Tommy and Myria were growing closer and closer while he wasn't off killing people and coincidentally witnessing Diamond and Seamus conspiring. Only a matter of time would pass until Myria succumbed to Tommy Egan Khan charm and they enjoyed a nightcap after a pleasant daytime date. Tommy hasn't exactly been the model of honesty when it comes to Myria. Even though Diamond may have lied to him about the whole Seamus issue, Tommy hasn't lied specifically since Diamond hasn't asked him directly. But he is aware that what he is doing would enrage Diamond and many other people. Tommy knew Myria was off limits 5 seconds after meeting her. Knowing Tommy also means knowing that he is a secret romantic who has always yearned for romance and love. But for a while he was cut off because of his unfortunate love history. On their 2 brief dates, Myria brought out Tommy's flirtatious and entertaining side. And while it's adorable to watch them fall in love, it also seems like their union is doomed from the start. Eye contact between Myria and Gennard while Gennard was unsteady will bite Tommy in the rear. You have my word. Speaking of Gennard, treason imploded on him, and I am finding it difficult to envision a way for him to move forward at this time other than returning to Diamond with his tail between his legs. But because we're talking about Gennard, he won't do that. Thus Gennard Sampson concede defeat and seek assistance. That will be the day Walter Flynn starts acting like a good father. The best thing Gennard did this hour was be clean about having slain Lil K rather than trying to hide it. He was attempting to entice his warriors to follow him once more, but he wasn't a very good liar. Why not attempt one last Hail Mary to establish yourself as the leader they should all fear and follow, since he hardly had a hold of treason in the first place? Though the choice backfired, I commend the attempt. Even with Grayskull and Paco behind him, they still needed more help moving goods. He still has a few men working behind him, and he should anticipate others leaving the ranks once word about Lil K spreads. He needs men and money, and again, I do not see how it will happen right now. And what will these disgruntled treason guys do next? It's easy to assume they'll hop over to CBI, but they don't mess with Tommy like that. Everything goes back to Chewie, and they may even be looking to get the revenge Lil K failed to achieve. Gennard is currently in a terrible, awful, bad spot, and with Miguel and the Serbs on his tail, he needs to come up with a plan immediately. Again, I do not see how that will happen today. He needs soldiers and money. In other places, Vic and Claudia grudgingly regrouped because they wanted retribution. Because Vic has made it very known that he wants nothing to do with Walter Jr. and is manifestly opposed to working with the Serbs, there was some hesitation on his behalf. Though she pretended otherwise, Claudia had a good plan with the Serbs, who she sorely needed. The most effective way to distribute the pills would be with assistance from someone with the manpower. The Flynns are about to leave. Everyone except you is aware of it. No one gets on a sinking ship, yet Walter is deeply involved with Ireland. Murkovi addressed Claudia, but it was absurd to think that Walter wouldn't figure out what was going on. Chicago isn't that huge, and even when he's possibly at his weakest, Walter's capacity for gathering information and forming relationships is something I would never undervalue. Nobody should feel sorry for Walter because everything that is happening to him is his fault. He preaches about family and commitment while treating people like garbage. Additionally, he gives strangers more importance than the people who helped him create the empire he is so anxious to preserve. Walter is the kind of person who will find himself abandoned in a large, dilapidated estate and will only have himself to blame. Walter is still a possibility, but I wouldn't put all of my chips in his favor when your own kids are plotting your murder. Other information you should know. Vic is being haunted by Colin's passing again. There will always be a former witness who will come forward to maybe ruin someone. What do you suppose Vic does when the police bring him in? Could this be an opportunity to confront Walter? Will he let Tommy go? Or is it more likely that he will remain silent? With this one, Force was firmly in the romantic age. Myria and Tommy at the zoo. On the sidewalk, D-Mac and Genesis are making out. Shanti and Gennard were engaged in activity. Additionally, Diamond had a thing for Leon's mother. More work for my man JP, please. Can we check on the club's progress? Can he be made to assist Tommy in any way? Find a way to include him more in the activity. I'm surprised Tommy didn't notice Hardik and Vargas because they were the least obvious persons I've ever seen monitoring Tommy and Myria. He is, nevertheless, a man in love. It is unlawful what Walter did to Gloria's bar. I don't want to feel too sorry for others, but you could see Vic's perplexity, hurt, and pain when he glanced around the facility Gloria was so proud of. And that poor man inside had to experience such suffering. That was not anything Walter had to do to Polly. Walter is the man's entire dang-like, and he had to dismember him in the middle of the night while his wife watched. That is a bad situation. My bet is that Gennard will eventually find a way to use Tommy and Myria's friendship to his advantage. However, the task force's knowledge of them also gives the situation a fascinating new twist. The series is progressing well, and this hour was utterly compelling. After this one, there will be a lot to talk about, so please leave all of your views and theories in the comments section. You should also watch Power Book AV Force Online to avoid missing any of the action. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.